basic research and planning, and the first draft, and hopefully I can start writing the final version now.
Good. Not everyone knows your subject, so you'd better introduce it.
Oh, I've chosen to study everyday life in the East End of London in the early 20s.
So, I just did some listening practice test and also have to do some writing test. But I think it's quite convenient to prepare for IELTS, especially when you're already fluent enough in English and you've given that test before. You just have to go to the IELTS IDP India website and you'll find all the material, including practice tests for academic or IELTS academic or general training. And also there are sample questions for listening, for writing, for reading and speaking, so it's quite easy to prepare. So for example, here you have a sample test for listening, and then they also give you answer keys to check your answers. If we go into the academic reading, they'll have questions that in the form in which it comes in the test, usually just like a long text that you need to read and then answer questions based on the text. Then we also have academic writing, for which you'll be given some topics, maybe some figures that you need to discuss or explain. There are several other questions. For example, analyze an image. Also, can you hear the background noise here? Sounds like storm or maybe snowfall. It's actually from this app called LifeAt. So this is an app that I really like when I'm working on my computer, for example studying or maybe doing some assignments or reading something or anything like that. So it's called LifeAt and it has list of spaces, different spaces, study spaces. For example, the view from the window, maybe nature sounds or rain sounds, or live walking tours or cafe sounds. Like you can play anything as you like and then keep doing your work. For example, if you are at home but you want to study at a cafe, you can play any of the cafe ambiences. For example, this one. It makes you feel as if you're in the cafe. It's quite good. I've been using it for quite some time now. I think it's been more than 3 years, I guess. And I absolutely enjoy it because I cannot really sit in silence and work. So, and especially when I'm at home, so I usually use this app. You can also use the website version, but I've downloaded the app so that I can just simply open the app on my Mac and just play it simultaneously while I'm working on something else.
In PET, the idea is to measure blood flow and neurochemistry, and we can measure tracers like opioids and dopamine to fMRI and establish some basic ground rules. There are many types of human neuroimaging available today.
short break, and now I'm gonna get back to studying. And also got myself some coffee. This is from my school, Auckland House School. And but it's quite freezing here, so like I was sitting on my bed for the past few days because it's just easier to stay warm that way. But since I'm not used to studying on beds, I'm more used to study tables. Today I decided to shift back to my table, but it's a bit hard here, although I've got my heater on the side, but it's like my hands are still freezing, it's not working. And although I feel the temperatures are rising now after the first snowfall we had in Shimla, but since the area we live in is quite cold, we live in the middle of a jungle, and the house is also all made of glass and wood, so it's quite cold, this house and this whole area. So anyways, there's no option. I'm gonna get back to work.
रेस्ट लीजिए, कल फिर आप अपना काम कर लीजिए। हमारी इतने जो रूमें नहीं है, आपकी यहाँ से जाना कहाँ पे? इस हॉस्पिटल में? अच्छा, GMCH में सीपैड वो वीडियो में लग रहा है। अच्छा अच्छा।